Hello, Gemini, and welcome back to the revival of Oracle Tarot. Yes, thank you. Thank you to all my current subscribers for staying on, for not bailing on me when I took a break. It's good to be back. I'm just going to get straight into it. It's funny, the Tower card was flipped upright in my deck. I'm going to put it back and we'll see if it returns. I think I just got peek out again. The Hanged Man. What is going on for our Geminis today? I just heard that song by, I think it's the Black Crows, or is it Counting Crows? I'd have to look at it. Anyways, just hanging around. Hanging around is kind of like a vibe. Maybe I'll put it in the shorts for the theme song. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. That's my first reversal today. I've done Aries and Taurus before, you guys, and I didn't have any reversals in those spreads. I think you might be feeling a little like just hanging around. It's kind of this playful energy of kind of just hanging around this town, kind of messing around kind of energy. Oh, sorry. I was trying to pull those so that you could see them, you guys. I'm just trying to play around with different formats. Let me know if you guys like to see the cards more than the person, or the person in the cards. Like, I thought I'd try something different this year. Anyways, back to, can you tell I've got some Gemini in my chart? Hangman, just kind of hanging around. The Page of Pentacles feels a little upside down. It's kind of like a silly little rhyme is what I'm getting here. I don't know if you've been feeling like you've been in a bit of a silly mood. Also taking notes that there's cards literally flying. I have no idea where that card, oh, it's like right here in front of me. Like, again, right? So it's like this really silly energy that's coming out. You guys, I don't know if you're feeling that way after some difficult times. The Three of Wands in the reverse as well. It's not, no, my deck's not upside down. This is so interesting. I feel like stopping there for a second just to think about what I'm seeing. It's almost like this comedic sense of just like F it, I'm just gonna hang around and just see what happens, because could anything possibly get any more weird? Because I get this feeling like you're wanting something to come in and it's not. Like, you're waiting, you're trying this strategy, you're trying that strategy, you know, you're trying this approach, that approach, and it's like this state of like frozenness. Like, it's a state of nothing moving. It's like stagnancy or something. With the Death card at the bottom, I have to wonder if this is because things aren't supposed to be moving right now, and you are supposed to just be hanging around and playing around and being a little bit silly. So kind of step off whatever you've been trying to actively manifest and just let go for a moment and just be. Which I think is an important message for a lot of Gemini types, is to just let go and just be still for a little bit and see what comes. Yeah, Knight of Cups on the bottom there with the Two of Wands. See, as soon as we talk about that energy, did you notice the cards flip upright and they're a little more forward motion, right? Because the Two of Wands is forward movement. It's looking forward into the future. But it's like this sense of patience. It's this sense of, you know, you've got everything you need. Now just cool your jets and wait and see kind of what happens in this situation. So I don't know what you're going for. I don't know if it's a relationship of some sort. I kind of don't feel like it is. I feel like it might be career, or something that you've been wanting to do. Let's take a look at this one, wanting to jump out. Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel like there's somebody in your family that's actually telling you this, or someone that you're really close to that you respect and admire, telling you to like just cool it for a bit and be like the Hangman, and just, you know, whether that's meditation or reading or fidgeting for a bit, like something where you're basically not actively manifesting, thinking, like up in your head, right? I feel like somebody in your family has told you that this has been potentially the secret to their success too. Someone that you respect and admire telling you, like, you know, there's that wisdom and just sometimes slowing down and doing nothing instead of always pushing, you know, and having an agenda for something, right? The way you want things to go isn't necessarily the things that are best for you. Tell us a little bit more about this situation here. The Six of Cups, the Empress, and Judgment. Wow, those are some heavy hitters. And again, the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I have to wonder if this involves it's new ideas and choices for better balance, that's for sure. And a better sense of give and take. I think sometimes you're your own worst enemy, I'm hearing. Like, somebody's trying to offer you something. They're offering you solid advice. I feel like it's this Ten of Pentacles energy here. And again, this is someone you respect or admire, someone within the family that's actually offering you this advice to just kind of, like, you know, just kind of go within and get into your feels, get out of your head. What's that Billy Ocean song? Get out of my head and into my car or something like that. Like, listen to that song if you feel like it kind of resonates, it hits you there. But basically this is saying there's new things coming in, there's choices to be made, but there needs to be better balance about this. And don't be your worst enemy, because when you overthink and when you push too hard, you end up in this Four of Swords position where, you know, you go down literally like to rest and to kind of recharge your batteries and stuff, because you feel like, you know, you're beaten over the head with a stick sort of thing, that Nine of Wands. And if you would just rest for a bit, you can see here we've got the Magician, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Cups. You know, if you give yourself some time to rest and kind of let go of this instead of trying to actively pursue it, you'll see that you've got everything that you need to make this happen. Intuition is extremely important. It's just as important as our logical side at times. The two together are absolute dynamite. And you're going to have something coming in. I don't want to say that it's love, but I think it's going to be something that you love. That's for sure. With the King of Cups and even more balanced energy. So I just think this is solid advice, whoever's telling you this. I would definitely pay attention, if not, you know, to this reading, if someone's trying to get your attention that way. The Six of Cups always reminds me like a fondness. It reminds me of a time in our life where everything is like the best. Like we go away to, like, I don't know, summer camp or something, or we go with our grandparents camping, like whatever your experience is when you're a kid, and you make like the bestest friend there. And at the end of the trip, when you have to leave, it's the saddest thing, because it's like saying goodbye to your best friend. That's the feeling I get with this Six of Cups. And with the Empress energy here, I mean, I feel like this is you, Gemini. I feel like this is your potential. But again, I'm getting with the Judgment card. This to me is always let go and let God. And whether you believe in God or someone or something else or nothing at all, it doesn't matter. Again, the message is here. Sometimes we just have to let go. There's strength in that. And, you know, the Empress has learned through a culmination of all of the queens that sometimes we do just need to be. We just need to, again, cool our jets is what I keep hearing. I don't know if someone's telling you that, but it's just over and over this message of like, cool it, you know, and doing nothing is doing something. Quite honestly, yeah, again, with this Nine of Wands jumping out to remind us that sometimes when we pursue something a little too hard, the exact opposite can happen, the exact desired outcome. I'm getting for some of you, and this will be just a few, but there's somebody out there I feel that needs to hear this. This could have something to do with pursuing motherhood. You know, if you're trying to have a baby or something like that, and it's not exactly going the way you want, and you're not getting that, is sometimes you just gotta let go. Okay, like, and whether that's let go of the idea for now, or whether that's go out and have some fun, and like you hear stories about that happening all of a sudden, you know, when the timing's right, it will be. But for now, just try to release that. It's more difficult to do, I think, than it sounds, obviously, but someone needed to hear that. And again, I don't think it's the first time you've heard this. I feel like outside of this reading, someone in your life has actually given you this advice, or at least cautioned you or had you think about it. Yeah, the Magician card jumps out again. You have everything you need to create what you want. And when the time is right, you know, when you're rested, when you take some time out, you'll be ready to move forward. I'm not really big on astrology. I don't know a lot about that, but I do believe Mars is currently in Gemini and it is retrograde, I want to say. And so could there possibly be some slowing down with respect to that around this time? And once we come out of that, then here you go, like you're ready to kind of manifest and get back to business. There will be a time for that for sure, but right now, not. Okay. How will Gemini know when it's time to get going again? I think is the biggest question then. I can hear you guys asking. Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So I'm and the King of Pentacles at the bottom. You know, I'm getting this sense, again, if somebody's wanting to start a family or something like that, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen, if it's going to happen, okay? I do feel like it will, honestly. This is what the card, so it will happen when it's supposed to happen. It's not a matter of will it happen. It will, but when it's supposed to. I feel like there might be some things that you still need to do, either like working within yourself or something before you can be ready to accept a child and to have that happily ever after sort of thing. There's something here with the Queen of Cups telling me that you need to go within. There's things that you need to work on. Let's see if we can get a sense of what that might be. Actually, let's use our oracle for that. For some of you, I'm getting that you need to learn the art of selfishness. So the art of self-care, the art of making sure that your needs are being met before you can give yourself over to another. Okay. It's going to be super important, because if you tried, you know, like the old adage goes, you know, dumping from an empty cup, then you're not going to be able to enjoy motherhood to the fullest. I think you know this. I get the sense when I'm looking at the Queen of Cups that you know full well what this is and you have been examining it. It just needs more of your attention right now. So we've got the Fates coming out, regeneration, and loyal heart. So the Fates automatically tell me that by the book at the bottom. So I'm hearing a message. Okay, I'm going to bring the card out just so we've got that energy there. Oh, I'm flexible. I'm going to take that too. Unfinished symphony. Yes. Round and round and a fork in the road. Okay, so there's a lot of messages coming through right now for whoever this person is with this whole baby thing on the brain. I'm sorry we actually kind of got away from everything else, but this is obviously taking over right now. So I really feel like with by the book here, flexible, unfinished symphony, and round, I think you've been in a cycle where you've kind of been going round and round this, and you know, like you're not getting your baby basically. But again, this unfinished symphony is telling you that there's something that you need to draw attention towards, that you need to spend a little bit more time on before you're ready for this. And you're going to have to be flexible during this time. And maybe it is the art of learning flexibility, about going with the flow, because this will be monumental, be life-changing. And again, not going so much by the book. I think if you've gotten into that pattern of everything's baby, like, you know, you go to your partner and it's like baby, like it's like stop, it's consuming you, it's consuming the relationship and stuff, and you've just got to let some of that go and just have some fun, I'm hearing. Okay, so be silly, have some fun, just hang around for a while, stop thinking about dates and tests and all that stuff, right? When I originally asked the question of what more work do you need to do, expanding on that one Queen of Cups, sorry, I'm just trying to focus in. There's a few things coming around here. I'm getting, for some of you, you might have had some recent miscarriages. And if that's the case, there's some healing that needs to take place, like even on a physical level, for new growth to come in. So I think you need to physically give your body a break and nurture and grieve those losses is what I'm getting, okay? If some of you have been turning away from your partner, you need to come back in together. I think this is probably getting to the point where you are starting to kind of drift apart because there's so much focus on this. There's so much, like, it's consuming you and it's consuming your relationship. And I think, you know, sometimes that can cause us to turn away from each other when what we really need to do is turn into each other and come back to each other and remember why we started on this journey to begin with. But there's healing that needs to be taking place right now. For sure. And fates. I mean, it is fated. Yeah, I feel like there's been multiple losses in here. For some of you, there's likely been multiple miscarriages. And each one, like, you're kind of hanging on to, and like you need to grieve those losses. There's some sort of ceremony, some sort of ritual, something where you can kind of let go of that grief and that loss before you carry on. You need to take a break. You need to take a break now. This is really becoming the predominant message. I'm sorry to those of you that aren't going through this if you're a Gemini, but it really has overtaken it. And I feel like it's the bulk of what needs to be said here. If we were to look at, just generally speaking, if you're not, you know, having babies or thinking having babies or trying to have babies, that sort of thing, I think the same message can still apply in that self-care is critical. And when you push and push for something, there's a reason sometimes it's not happening. And so you have to step back and ask yourself, then, okay, maybe there's something else that I'm not seeing that's going to be coming to me. So just, again, cool your jets is what I keep hearing. And go within and kind of explore even feelings of why, like the emotional side of this, get out of your head and into your heart of like, why am I pursuing this? What am I getting from it? By not getting it, what is this creating inside of me? How am I feeling about this when I'm not getting it? What does that say about me as a person? Are you being hard on yourself? Are you being critical? Are you, you know, is your self-worth tied up in this? You know, there's something in here that can't be birthed until you spend some time reflecting on why it means so much to you and why you're pushing so hard against something that's not working. I think that's the larger message, even if you're not looking at it from a baby perspective. Okay, so it's really interesting, Gemini, for sure. Any last piece of advice for you before we go? We'll wrap it up there. I'm just looking at my wand here, and I'm just hearing like balancing. Can you see her? The chakras, really, I really got pulled into that. So do you need to go for some, like, you know, chakra balancing if you like? Yes. But, you know, a massage. Do you need to go for like a little spa day? Do you need to go for some therapy of some sort? Do you need to have coffee with a friend? Investing in yourself again somehow. Happy, and the here and now. Yeah, so I think the biggest thing right now is mindfulness. It's being present in this moment, taking care of yourself. Yes, you know, I want to say like yang is giving, but I want to say that you need to be able to learn how to receive from people that are trying to give to you. You know, and you need to give to yourself more than anything at this point in time, and focus on the here and now. We don't live in the past. Look at this card here. It's a perfect summary of it. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. We're here right now. And every moment you spend in the past or in the future, you're missing out on the now. And oftentimes we do that because the now is painful. The now isn't where we want to be. The now is uncomfortable. But the lesson in life, the trick to life with mindfulness really is to sit and be present in the now. Even if it is uncomfortable. and then release it. We can't rid the world of discomfort. We can't rid our lives of discomfort. It's all about how we manage it and how we come through it. And it's the key to happiness, is what I'm hearing, because you're never going to be rid of those things. They're life's realities, but how we manage them and how we walk through them and how we navigate them is what matters. And what brings us the ultimate peace. So in any event, Gemini, I hope this resonated with someone out there. Please do like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow so I can continue to do more of what I love to do. And good luck in the future, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.